All right, everyone, we should be live. Let's make sure that's actually the case over on Rumble, of course. We've got all sorts of weird shit going today. I don't have an actual docket. I figured this is going to be partially a band stream because there are several major news stories. Other than that, kind of a slow news day. We've got Donald Trump, of course, backing down the government of Colombia. That's the big one. Took less than a couple of hours, actually, to accomplish that. Trump says we're going to send illegal migrants back to Colombia, ones that have committed significant crimes. That's the priority, and it should be. The government of Colombia won't let the planes land. And then within a couple of hours of negotiations, Trump got him to say, okay, well, we'll use military planes for this. So, you can send them back. Now, with the border being guarded by actual border guards at this point, including the fucking U.S. Marines, the idea that they're going to come back into the United States a little bit less likely than before. He, by the way, he promised to do this. He succeeded. Let's go, Sticks. Got meat to process, says King of Biltong. Yeah, indeed. We will have to shout out our sponsors, including Anton, of course. He can feed you the most delicious of meats. Dog boy, you look like a complete asshole, Sticks. I go out on the town looking like this. People constantly referring to me as Jack Sparrow, by the way. And it's funny because the one girl at the local gas station, she had me do the jar of dirt thing, from I think the second Pirates of the Caribbean, where he dances around and says, I got a jar of dirt, I got a jar of dirt, guess what's inside it? And she said that made her week. That was pretty funny. This stream brought to you by AstraZeneca. No, it's not AstraZeneca. No, Linda Compton. Can somebody tell me, not knowing, why he's dressed in the sunglasses the way he is, respectfully? Because I think I look cool this way. This is the way that I live life. People think that I'm different in person than my online persona. No, not really. I'm blatantly honest about things. Some people find it cringe. Some people find it cool. You're never going to appease everyone. There's no reason to bother. Sassmaster, do you think the left has realized they've reached a fatal moment with the deportations after years of pushing anti-white propaganda? I was sympathetic to illegals 10 years ago. Now they have to go. I am sympathetic towards people who came to the country and they genuinely wanted a better life and they're genuinely trying to flee conflict and stuff like that. I am sympathetic. I've pointed this out before. But some of these people end up committing major crimes. They're not coming here because they're fleeing conflict. They're coming here to create conflict. Cartel members, terrorists, and so forth. That should be the priority as far as deportations go. I think Trump agrees with that as well. Copium poppies. Have you considered adding the gas mask to the getup? Post-apocalyptic pirate? I don't know if the tricorn would be able to go over the gas mask properly. I'm not 100% sure. Last time Sticks wore glasses all the time, he was drinking heavily, just saying. No, it's just that the glasses sort of complete the look. Ta-da! Yeah. Also, I am light sensitive to an extent, and so I put these on because the light shines in here, especially this time of year, around this time of day, very, very brightfully. And so, yeah. Privateer of the East. Howdy, Captain Clank. Here is a recent development. Congo-Rwanda border shut as M23 rebels claim Goma capture. Thoughts? Yes, I saw that article. Thank you very much for that. That's disturbing. M23 they're not necessarily the nicest people in the world, as you may have seen. Yeah, imagine when I'm back down in NOLA looking like this. I'm going to have to go to the Vampire Club. One tall order. Sticks, be sure not to accidentally call your swarthy crewmates hard R's. Worst mistake of me swashbuckling career. Yeah, I'm allowed to dress however I want. I've decided that I no longer care about cultural convention. I think it looks cool, you know? Leather jacket, you got the tricorn, got my Stolas pendant. Tune in, drop out. They're being used as pawns in a political chess game. One immigration policy needs to be fixed. Yeah, true. It definitely does. Victor Elstad, fuck him, you look badass. Yeah, see, it's very polarizing because some people think that I look really cool this way, and some people think that I look like I've gone insane. I mean, I did. I agree with them, but you know. Sticks iron hammer. Yeah, we'll shout out our sponsors fairly early today, I think. And we have to talk more about the Colombia incident because that's a really important one. M23, yes, the border between Rwanda and the Congo is closed, which is, you know, it's unfortunate. The fighting there appears to have escalated. We've also got to talk about Trump going after DEI and potentially other advents as well. I can get some science news up here, and we'll see if they have updated anything on either of these sites. I use Science News. Cricket frogs belly flop their way across water. Not necessarily the most hard-hitting news of the day. Ghostly white northern lights present new auroral mystery. Oh, that might be fun. That's 2 hours ago. I guess we'll cover that. Breaking science news, I suppose. The thing is, the physics news page, some of it is definitely like it's written for people that are like they've got PhDs and stuff. So it's not necessarily the most digestible. If it's biological science, I can understand it. But if they're talking about like, you know, gluons or something like that, or quantum mechanics, it's a little bit beyond my pay grade, speaking like that. Study points to possible genetic explanation for regeneration. Oh, that could be fun. That's from the University of Kentucky. Maybe we'll cover that. I don't know. By the way, Twitter has been having DM problems constantly lately, and I don't know why. It doesn't matter whether I'm using my computer rig here or my phone. So I'm just going to leave the fucking DMs open at this point because I'm tired of dealing with that. Let's see. Mike Smith, do you think Trump will stop tax on overtime? Yes, I believe he's serious about that. Along with taxes on tips, they were confirming that earlier. He's doubling down on that. And the Republicans, if there's one thing Trump can count on from congressional Republicans, is that they're probably not going to stand in his way if he's trying to reduce taxes because they're Republicans and they want to be reelected. That would be a bad idea. Soapmaker19, greetings from Iowa's front porch. If you're going to be in the fair in Iowa in 2026, I will. I plan to be working a night shift on the ambulance July 4th if you'd like to ride along. I'll celebrate 20 years as a medic later that month. That sounds fun. Last time I was in an ambulance, I was overdosing badly on JWHO18. Marcheth, 1986, sent $1.99. Thank you very much. No comment. What's going on with Razer? No, I'm a gothy pirate. Scott Steiner, Wednesday is the Lunar New Year. I plan to eat Cantonese food despite President Pooh. Keep up the Razer Fist pirate look. Razer officially endorsed it other than rare steaks and pineapple on pizza. Well, it's not a Razer Fist look. It's funny because long ago, it was hysterical. I accidentally replicated his look almost exactly without even knowing his channel existed. And people pointed out, I'm like, who's this Razer Fist? And I'm like, oh, that's one cool fucker. And so I've obviously subscribed to him and talked to him. Yeah, I'm not trying to be Razer Fist. I'm just trying to be myself. But this is how I think I look best. Barb Feeler. Hello from southeastern New Hampshire. Oh, nice. Where did we feel the earthquake? We did feel the earthquake this morning? It was off the coast of York, Maine. Oh, I didn't feel it over here. I wonder. Look. What magnitude was it? Oh, it was a 3.8. Yeah, we're outside of the zone where you could feel it. So you must be in the Hampton area. March 8th, 1986. Hey, Sticks, what's going on with DeepSeek? I don't know what that refers to. DeepSeek. Look that up, too. Yeah, this is a bit of a bant stream. Oh, yeah, that's China's new AI. Yeah, I saw the story. I couldn't remember the name. It looks like China has developed a rival AI system. And for some reason, this is causing NVIDIA to collapse, basically. I'm not exactly 100% sure. Tech news is not my forte. Not unless it has to do with meme culture or something like that. Ripsidian, where does one get a cool pirate hat like that? Well, I got this from a subscriber. I'm going to be shouting him out, actually, in the coming days. I had a bunch of news that I had to cover today. I can only do so many videos. That's the problem. Anaho Dave, use pineapple cider to make the pizza dough. Razer Fist is going to spin around in his chair like a helicopter and bomb your home at this. Copium poppies. YouTube really doesn't want us to pay to whore our music. They keep blocking our super chats. Mean. Funny that you can say whore in a super chat, though. Yeah, I'm thinking the Chinese probably like hacked into computer systems and then sort of bootstrapped their own AI program. I'm sure that it'll be so much less censored. We've got enough censorship on AI now, even on like Grok and stuff like that. There are certain things that you can't generate. I don't believe in that. I think that you should be able, at least as far as images, video clips, music, musical tunes, you should be able to do whatever you want. Pumpkin Fire's here. Hey, clankers and sticks. Lemon Curd here as well. Good morning, Pumpkin. Ubook is here, clanking away as well. Yeah, China probably did what it normally does, and it steals the proprietary data, and then it alters it to make it more censored, and then releases it as though it was its own. That's probably what they did. I mean, Chinese programmers, they're not bad, but it's just a lot of it is bootstrapped off of stuff from the United States especially, but the West in general. A lot of people have forgotten there was that report that there are 3 million Chinese agents that have infiltrated all aspects of society within the Western world. They forget about that one. Just a sec here. Trying to make sure that I keep up with the super chats and stuff. Let's get to our sponsors, though, first. We have cultivated-mind.com, where you can get mushroom pills like these ones. I use one every single morning. There's a reason for that. Helps to boost my energy. Also, it's not foul like some supplements are. Really good stuff. Pumpkinfirecrafts.us, where you can get bookmarks for the bibliophile in your life, keychains, belt chains, and engraved spoons. Also, much more available from them as well. I've still got a few of those, the spoons with the Ouroboros logo, and I've thought about having like a subscriber challenge, like, maybe I sign them or something like that, or I don't know. BiltongUSA.com. Yes, Anton can hook you up with the sweet meat. Use code STICKS, of course, for 10% off site-wide. He's got other stuff available as well. There are mugs, high quality, by the way, and also tumblers and shirts and things of that nature. WickedNeedleEmbroidery.BigCartel.com, where you can get Stick, Sex, and Hammer hats. You can't get a tricorn hat, at least not yet, although if you had one with the Ouroboros logo on the side, that would probably work pretty well. There are several different colors and styles available. HeritageHeirloomSeedCompany.com, where you can get a seed survival bucket. You know, spring is approaching. It's going to take a little while in this climate, but for some of you, it's getting a little bit closer. You can plant some nice squash. Again, at this point, they seem to last forever, so I'm sort of using them to prop Stolas up at the moment. You can also get Sticks Hex and Hammer soap there as well. We've got websterswares.com/sticks-wares. We've got blades available. We've got beanies available, actually. Again, an homage to Tim Pool. And also, my favorite, the steel straws, the metal straws, because then you don't need disposable straws ever again. Kind of important to save the environment. Plastic is a big problem, so let's deprive the market. And finally, but not least, jamandbean.com. That is JAMNbean.com. You can get coffee. You can get tea. And it always smells delicious. Even the smell of it sort of invigorates me. That's that good. There's a reason that I chose that blend out of the experimental blends that they submitted. That's what I'm talking about. I think, was there a chat up here? Oh, no, there wasn't. Okay. Yeah, I'm hallucinating, I guess. I'm having a Biden moment. Copium poppies. So that platform that is similar to YouTube with the green logo. Yeah, we're there and would love it if y'all would insert yourself into our collection of Zubs. Yes, go over to Rumble and look up the Copium poppies. Stephen M. Trump isn't just doing good for self-serving reasons. He genuinely believes he has a divine mandate, in my opinion, after Pennsylvania. Golden age is here. Yeah, I don't think that it's just self-servingness on his part. That being said, part of it is. And there's nothing more reliable than a man whose loyalty can be bought with hard cash. OMG puppies. An LLM can run on a PC, but it takes 10,000 computers and millions in electricity to do back propagation learning. Neural nets and living brains learn by unknown algorithm. That is vastly cheaper. You're speaking Greek to me. See, here's why I don't generally cover tech news outside of memes. KLCB Soft. Ahoy, Dread Pirate Clank. Here's a little contribution for the new frigate. Swashbuckling salutations from the old countries across the pond. Arma Kevin, fuck the turtles. Yeah. Ghostly white northern lights present new auroral mystery. The whitish gray glows might be cousins of the mauve light streak called Steve. New images reveal that these ghostly glows can appear tucked within or curled up beside red and green auroras, but the pale lights are not auroras themselves, researchers reported December 30th in Nature Communications. Instead, they may arise through a similar process to the one underlying the mauve light streak known as Steve. These observations remind us just how much we still have to learn about the fundamental processes that shape the aurora, says Claire Gask, a space physicist at the University of California, Berkeley, not involved in the work. So apparently there's a second aurora, but it's not actually an aurora. Interesting. After glimpsing similar tufts of grayish white in other images, the team decided to make a sweeping search of past TREX data. They found 30 white-laced auroras over Rabbit Lake and Lucky Lake in Saskatchewan from 2019 to 2023. All sky images showed these tendrils of white could span tens to hundreds of kilometers. They sometimes appeared alongside red or green auroras. Other times, white light bloomed in places where colorful auroras had just faded away. Spectral data confirmed that the whitish light is made up of continuum emission. When you see a continuum emission, you've got a little bit of light at all wavelengths, Spanswick says. This is different from normal auroras, where particles raining into the atmosphere excite atoms to throw off only specific wavelengths of red or green. So that's pretty fascinating, actually. I know, sometimes I get into science news. I can't just talk about politics, you know. It's impossible. Peyton Walter sending $99.99. Thank you. I just spent $160K on a lawyer yesterday. Thank God I became a neurosurgeon. Here's some green for your lawyer. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. $160K? Holy shit. It's like medical malpractice, probably, or something like that. And all sorts of frivolous lawsuits. World Life 187. Good morning, clankers. After a few weeks in the hospital after the birth of our fourth child, we are back home and back in the swing of things. Sticks, we have a package on the way. Ooh, nice. Oh shit, I got two super chats at once. Bam. Talking about auroras, have you gone down the magnetic pole shift rabbit hole? Yes, for years. More auroras may mean weakened magnetic field or something like that. I tend not to worry about that. It's more like there's nothing that we can do about it anyway, so why worry? What, me worry? Let's see. Alicia K, did you see Dr. Phil and Tom Holman doing ice raids? Yes. Dr. Phil, I'm not a huge fan of his, but it is, I mean, the political situation right now is off the chain, so it doesn't even really surprise me. Robo Guy, I remembered. Trump hasn't punished those who cheated or helped cheat in the election yet, especially down ballot. I feel the RNC messed up on that. So when can Trump fix this, or does he need Pam Bondi? It'll take a little time. You got to realize we're only a week into the presidency. It'll take time for him to get things organized. He's already doing a great job. Not a banned account. How long will the bashing on remote workers last? Until there are fewer remote workers, I think. I personally disagree with Trump on this issue in part because while a lot of people they should be coming into the office, certain types of clerical work don't really require that you do so. And I've seen no comprehensive study so far showing that efficiency is lower when you're doing remote work. Like, I work from home. I'm no hypocrite. I get my work done. Are there distractions around me? Yeah, especially the fucking cats. Am I capable of doing the work? Yes. Kina, I'm curious why you don't like Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is a hypocrite, in my opinion. And also not necessarily the best when it comes to, psychotherapy sort of things. Do you remember when he accidentally created a celebrity out of the Catch Me Outside girl, or whatever, the Bad Baby, I think is the stage name? That was funny. Voxman, thoughts on SCOTUS not taking assault weapons case? You'll have to DM me on Twitter. I can docket that for tomorrow. Word Life 187. Now that we are back, starting tomorrow, we will be having a week-long stick sale. All Sticks items will be 20% off using code Happy Clank Day at checkout. More knives and sticks wares are on the way. Clank. Not a banned account. In office, I did remote IT. At home, I do remote IT. Yeah, I mean, for certain positions, it makes sense to have remote work. It makes more sense. Not all positions, not even all clerical positions, but, let's say that you work for a call center. Is it impossible to set up some sort of system where you're taking those calls from home? Maybe your workflow is actually easier. You're in more comfortable surroundings. So, it's you don't have to commute. That makes sense. If you're doing just basic paperwork shuffling, why do you need to have a cubicle? There's no reason for it. It makes no sense. SS Sorian, as a libertarian, I'm quite concerned with Donald Trump's expansion of police power as an attempt to deport millions. How do we go back to the Constitution whenever the systems the government uses as a solution itself is unconstitutional? Yeah, I don't believe in expanding police power in the domestic sense. But when we're talking about people who are illegally in the country and they're committing reasonable crimes, like it's not a jaywalking ticket or something like that. It's something beyond simply being illegally here. Deportation makes sense. Otherwise, those individuals end up in jail or prison or something, and we have to pay for them. Well, that violates the NAP of all of the native-born taxpayers now, doesn't it? it is sort of a double-edged sword, admittedly, because those same police powers can be used against native-born citizens. So, yeah, I mean, in some ways I'm conflicted, but overall, I believe that it is largely justified. I do have sympathy, though, for people that are in the country and haven't done anything else particularly wrong, and they're trying to be an asset to their community and stuff. They're trying to be peaceful and stuff. Maybe they served in the military, they got a degree, whatever happens, and they have a family. They have a spouse in the United States that's a U.S. citizen. I would not prioritize deporting those people. And I don't think that Trump will either. It's quite clear the groups of people that he's prioritizing starts with cartels and terrorists. Well, I have no problem with that. Stephen M. Lefties on X are mocking the idea we are entering a golden age and saying the good times are long gone. No wonder Trump won the popular vote. Yeah, they become black-pilled. Meanwhile, they were trying to blackpill people who were Trump fans. I noticed this pretty early on. I think some of you did probably as well. Crossover Maniac. Federal pay is based in part on where you live. Some, but not all, some Fed employees were teleworking from places with low cost of living while claiming to live in areas that are higher cost. Well, that would be fraud, I believe. Not a bad account. U.S. government needs more offices in rural states. They need less offices pretty much everywhere. That's what I would say. Yeah, I think the government needs about 50% of its current workforce. See, I'm a moderate. Just slash the size and scope of government by 50%, along with 50% of the regulations and laws and taxes and stuff like that, and call it a day. I'm a moderate. Icepole, if you cross the border illegally, you have committed a crime. I have no sympathy. Deportation. Yes, but let's say an unaccompanied minor comes across the border, and they do not have any other place to go. In certain circumstances, I am sympathetic. Or somebody's coming, let's say they're a dissident from a commie country, and they're good and patriotic. They're like, thank God I'm back in thank God I'm in the United States or something like that. I would show generally leniency in those cases, but that's not the average case. That's a minority of these cases. Everyone else, deportation. But you have to start at the top. You have to start with the cartel members and the terrorists. Until most of them are gone, you're going to have more blight in communities and stuff like that. I love how some liberal commentators are like, well, illegals commit less crime than American citizens. It's like, number one, because they're undocumented, they're less likely to get caught. Number two, okay, well, then you should have no problem with the fact that the prioritization of deportation is people that are dealing drugs, raping people, or killing them. Well, where's the problem? I don't see one. I have no problem with casting them out of the country. Justice Tanny, deport the minor with their family. The problem is sometimes they don't have a family to go to. And they don't, I mean, what are you going to do? Kick some 10-year-old kid back across the border unaccompanied? That would not necessarily be the wisest idea diplomatically, among other things. Peyton Walter, hey, it wasn't malpractice, trying to recoup money, another doctor who stole from me. Oh, okay. I figured that maybe somebody filed a frivolous lawsuit against you or something. Copium poppies on Green YouTube, aka Rumble. Albin Jansen, liberals to blacks. No, don't vote for the Donald, vote for us. We want to help you, fucking N-words. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's basically true. Don't you stupid heads know who's trying to help you? Because you can't help yourselves because you're too dumb. Vote for us. That worked really, really well during the election. Icepole, I agree. Start at the top. As you get lower, my sympathy increases. Yeah. I mean, you got some little kid or something like that. You know, I'm not interested in putting them in the desert, so to speak. If it's a cartel member, a terrorist, somebody who's a full adult, they've recently arrived, they're derelict, they're homeless or something like that, It's like we can only take care of so many people. The taxpayers can only be bled so much. It's like I have more sympathy for like a homeless veteran was born and raised in the United States and has PTSD and is now living, in a garbage bag under an overpass. Sorry, not sorry. I have more sympathy for them than some dude that walked across the Rio Grande and is now homeless in the United States. They serve their country. They were born here. They have citizenship. I have more sympathy for them. I don't think that this is, by the way, in most parts of the world, this would be considered a totally normal opinion. It makes no sense that there are people that don't believe that. Not a bad account. I meant move government offices out of DC to rural states. Just don't move them here. I don't want the filth of DC spilling over into Rutland. Copium poppies, I think you missed the last super chat before green YouTube. Oh, sorry. I'll try to find it. Shit. I don't think so. Oh. Fun fact, if you play the audio for our music video detached in reverse and it's in its entirety with headphones, it may or may not open a portal to hell and summon the dead back to life. Well, Wasted Bonehead will definitely be getting a download there. Yeah, sorry that I missed that one. Now, I care more about my fellow citizens than about people who are foreign, with the exception of my wife and child who are Dutch. Of course, my child is, eligible for dual citizenship. But yes, in general, I care more about my fellow Americans than I care about anyone else. It doesn't mean I want to screw anyone. It doesn't mean that I hate them. It's just that I would rather my tax money go to helping them. Why is this not sensible? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Word life. Everyone goes home. I don't want to pay for the world's children. Make their home countries pay for them, or send the home country the bill each year if we do take care of them. Everyone leaves. Your latter point actually would make sense. Well, we've got, 20,000 people from your country, and we're paying X amount of welfare. Well, you owe us the money. That could work as a stand-in for those who didn't do anything else particularly wrong, like kids and stuff. Sigil Stone, is that tricorn genuine leather, and where can I get one? I think I can pull one off. Yes, it is leather, and it was sent by a subscriber. Shout out coming soon, by the way. Icepole, in the West, we have suicidal empathy. Yeah, there's a fine balance between being sympathetic and caring about people in other countries and causing ourselves harm with that sympathy/empathy. And we have crossed that line. So again, deporting criminals, people who have committed, felonious, many times violent acts. Why are the liberals, why do they have a problem with that? It doesn't really make any sense now, does it? Yeah, Patrick Boston. Looks like Arby's for lunch again. I've never actually eaten at an Arby's that I know of. Huh. Come to think of it, yeah, I don't know that I've ever eaten at an Arby's. I liked Whataburger down in Texas. I think Five Guys is probably the best overall, although our local Burger King actually is pretty on point. I guess people are not necessarily fans of Arby's. Barack Obama, eat only Arby's. Any Colombian illegal alien Latinas can stay with me, says Matt. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that different classes of people and different colors of people in some cases are more welcome than others in different places. Yes, the Traveler 66, our local Burger King is good. Burger King in general fucking sucks. For some reason, ours is really good, actually. Now people are going to start debating over fast food restaurants. Look, I generally don't eat fast food. I like to cook for myself or have it like homemade. or I eat, you know, what you would conceive of as healthier foods. Not a banned account. Why do we never see Styx's feet? Asking for a friend. You can see my boots. They're pretty goddamn cool. They sort of complete the look. I've got big feet, you see? But yeah, I'm not going to do foot fetishism on my channel. Yeah, fast food is, I don't generally eat it once in a while, but King James the Ninth, damn, you're going to make your would-be security professional hungry for Whataburger like that? Yeah, Whataburger is, as far as fast food goes, I mean, this was way back in the day, so I don't know. Some people are saying that they're no longer any good. But I had Whataburger back in like 2008 and liked it. Just realized, of course, that it's 15 years ago, so maybe they fell on hard times. Webster's Wares, ha ha ha, I signed into the wrong account. I was Rumble ranting from my private account. I noticed that. BW, I remember that episode of The Simpsons where the kids are stranded on an island, i.e. Lord of the Flies, and one of the kids is like, I'm so hungry I could eat at Arby's. Alicia Jones, I made tortilla chips deep fried in tallow last night. Amazingly good. That does sound good. Rod's asking if I've ever tried iguana. No, unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to do so. I would, though. King of Biltong, Biltong Mecca coming soon. Get yourself some healthy, high-protein biltong packed with B12, creatine, iron, zinc, and much, much more. Get some at biltongusa.com. Use code STICKS for 10% off. KK, does this guy think he knows everything? No, I don't. But maybe I do. MF Damien, T-Dog kept his promises regarding Ross Ulbricht and the JFK files. He needs to remember he promised to federally legalize Mary Jane. Do it, Donnie. Yes, that's definitely on the docket, but I think the border and the economy and stuff, they do have to be prioritized. So that would be something to delegate, I suppose. Get some of the others, the cabinet members involved there. I do believe in descheduling or rescheduling marijuana. Honestly, I don't think there should be drug scheduling at all. I think the government should just ignore it. It's basically like, use whatever drugs you want. Hell, manufacture them. If you're giving them to kids, or there's DUI, disorderly conduct, it's an aggravating factor, maybe you assaulted someone, that should be taken into consideration. It'd be the same for alcohol, basically. Taco Woman, Sandy Ravage, Sticks, please shout out my blackened death metal band, Gnashing. We are opening for NOLA sludge metal legends I Hate God. Oh, I've heard of them too. On Saturday, 2/22 at the Intercoastal Club in Houma, LA, Louisiana. Doors at 6, $20 cover. Nice. Bara, Nixon's favorite food was cottage cheese and ketchup. Maybe he did deserve to get impeached then. That sounds ghastly, honestly. That sounds, ugh. Yeah, next time I'm in NOLA, I'm getting gator. I mean, there's weird food all over. I mean, I've had turtle soup, and it was one of my bucket list items, actually. By the way, really, really good. Go to Ralph's on the Park if you're ever in New Orleans. The turtle soup, you will not regret getting. And if I look like this when I'm walking down Bourbon Street, I have a feeling that I'm going to be the life of the party, just saying. The Blue Unicorn, my asshole smells like fragrant flowers. I don't mind telling you. You might have some sort of imbalance within your intestinal tract if that's the case. Fireburn, is that Jack Sparrow stream? No, this is the Styx Hexenhammer stream. But people keep, I don't even really look like Jack Sparrow. And when you think about it. Vixtex, on Bourbon Street, nobody would care. I got so many compliments on my jacket the last time I was in New Orleans. So I can only imagine with the pirate hat how funny it would be. Yeah. Turtle soup was good. Gumbo is good. The red beans and rice is really good. By the way, if you go on the Natchez, you're going to get the best fucking red beans and rice you can possibly get that's not homemade. That was, it was pretty great. Inigo Montoya, Sticks, lose the Biden shades, bro. Very well. But only because you asked politely. Well, I mean, you didn't, but... I'm light sensitive, and this time of day, this time of year is directly glaring into the room. So that's actually the reason that I've been wearing those. It's not a style statement. I do wear them when I go out too, because otherwise it's blinding to me, especially with all of the snow outside. You got to realize people who don't come from snowy climates don't get this. Snow blindness really is a thing. I've had it before. The light glares off of the snow and reflects. And it's sort of like you're sitting on the surface of the sun. This is why Eskimos had those like bone like goggles with the little slits in them, so that it would limit the amount of light that was going in. Sigil, take off your pants and jacket. I'm not taking off my jacket. Copium poppies. Ending the Controlled Substances Act and DEA would disincentivize smuggling substances over the border. It would help with the border invasion. Agreed. Yeah, even like right now, if you spend 5 minutes out there and you don't have sunglasses or some sort of eye protection, you're going to end up, like when you get inside, it makes things look discolored and kind of distorted and shit. Kina, take off the shirt then. No, I'm not going to take off the shirt. Not this time. I'll go shirtless in future live streams and stuff. Take off your pants and jacket. Oh my God. You're all trying to get me in trouble. Now, I have no problem being shirtless because, I mean, you're seeing less than you'd see at the beach anyway. So, I mean, I'm not shy about showing my chest or anything like that, but... A Quinn, are you outside? No, but I've got a large south-facing dual window, and there's a whole field full of snow in front of the house. And so the sun glints off of it, and it shines right in here. Now, as far as warming goes, that's really great, because this room gets real warm in the winter months, as long as there's snow on the ground, because it's like a giant solar reflector. The problem is, for your eyes, it's not the most healthy thing in the world. Arma Kevin, wish you were shy about it. Well, sorry. Let's see. Sauce Boss, calling the Colombian president openly socialist and unpopular felt like him saying, I will wreck your economy and cause revolution in a week if you mess around. Love to see it. Well, Colombia would not necessarily survive significant U.S. tariffs. Nick C, there's my friend Nick Corey. Ketchup on cottage cheese. That's more deplorable than candy corn. I think I'd choose the ketchup with cottage cheese over the candy corn, but train with me, Sticks. We'll get you yoked. We'll feed you for strength. Yeah, we can do that sometime. That'd be fun. I need a lot of rehabbing in order to have any real muscle mass. Yeah, Gristle Lumps, you're making Jeremy's money back one way or another. Now get on that corner and earn. Yeah, I love the memes about my my case. Adam, what about Charles Manson and his ATWA? I haven't thought about that in a long time. I mean, he's long dead now. What movement was created by that has pretty much just collapsed into nothingness. Also, it's pointless. He's dead. So is the prosecutor in his case. In fact, I think there are only two people still. Well, I'm not exactly sure which ones are alive. I think isn't Kasabian, I think, still alive. She got parole. And then there's what's his name? Tex Watson. He's still in prison. I don't think they're going to parole him. Climate change. Yeah, New Orleans got like 6-7 inches of snow recently. I thought that was pretty funny. Maybe a squat rack and some barbells too. Let's see. Do we have any breaking news at all? Because otherwise, it's literally right now, it's literally just Trump. He's on a political blitzkrieg. And so what's happening is he's overwhelming the system and their ability to criticize or block him by throwing everything at them at the same time. And it seems to be working by and large, especially diplomatically. He's lashing out at a half a dozen countries at once. He's overrunning Congress and forcing through cabinet members and doing all sorts of good things, mostly good things, and they can't respond to it. There's no way for his enemies to really attack him. How do you respond to 7 or 8 things at the same time? The paperwork alone, you don't have the staffers to even go through it. I imagine that there are multiple staffers that are literally jogging around the halls of Congress right now, delivering papers to various officials. I have a feeling that that's literal. Let's see here. The dirty straw. Wow, that's a pretty good way to look at. Copium poppies. How much would it cost to buy your slave contract from Jeremy? Clankton could bid on it. It would be expensive. Crossover maniac. Do you believe in an afterlife? No, I believe in reincarnation. Ozzy's robots. Hey, Sticks, back from DC. We should do a live together. I'll tell you about all the people I met in inauguration, cabinet meetings, and ball, and why the Secret Service busted open my door. They were nasty. Please DM me on Twitter. The Secret Service bashed down your door. Interesting. Michael Allen, would you ever dress as the QAnon shaman? No, that's not really my look, I think. I think I look better as like a gothy pirate or something like that. Anyways, I'm going to go offline because there are things that I must do. And of course, remember, at 1 p.m., I will be live with the quartering on the Quartercast, Jeremy, who's a brosif. I'll be live with him as his co-host. I'm assuming that he's going to have Hannah Claire on as well. She usually does Monday and Wednesday just the same as I do. And so we'll be having some fun. That'll be a little bit more structured news articles. This was a little bit more of a rant and bant stream. I figured it would be fun. So make sure to tune in there on Rumble or elsewhere with the quartering. Think about joining up as a subscriber on his website as well. And it's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be a fun time. Let me tell you, I've got to go news docket. That's about all. And I've got a jar of dirt. Goodbye.